Hi Susan, and welcome to my channel. Today I am making this type of thing, okay, but I am particularly using a certain type of base to make it on. It might be called, is it called substrate? I don't know, I'll have to have a look at that word to make sure I say the right thing. Right, but okay, so these are, one of these I make today, okay, and one of these I make on a certain background that I'd already prepared, but I do add some to it that you might want to see. Yeah, so if you'd like to join me today, please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's go. Right then, so I've been having ideas coming out my ears, yeah, so this is a bit of a funny one because I'm starting with this, but I'm going to use something else, okay, and I think that's a very, very good idea because it's using up junk. Okay, so I'm just moving everything off the desk I've just brought in, yeah. Right, so these are what I've been doing. And I think that absolutely look gorgeous, and my favourite is this one. So I'm going to do this one in a way, but I'm going to do this one in another way. Yeah, right. I haven't finished that one off. I've been thinking about doing some patterns on here, as in doodles. Okay, and look at it closely. What do you notice? Handwriting. Yeah, yes, handwriting, as in scrawly stuff. So I absolutely adored doing that, and then this one as well. You're getting vibes of ideas now. So these are 2 inches wide strips. Okay, this one's a bit weird because I thought to myself, I put them butterflies in half, and I thought they don't look right, but they look okay when I've put these on. Yeah, and then I've got this one as well, which I started doing, but I couldn't find any more of these, so I didn't finish that one off. But anyway, this is what we're doing, dears. Yeah, I've got this one. So that's the idea. Strips of anything like, let's have a look. This is one I've used. Scruffy piece of paper. Absolutely brilliant. That's my favourite one I did on there. This one I did. Amazing stuff. Okay, two mini gel presses side by side. Cut a strip down, and I've put a design on that one. And then I thought, well, there's that quite nice one. There's that wallpaper idea we did before. There's that one. And then there's another one with writing on it. Okay, there's another one. And then I've got these little leaflet, labelly things that Teresa gave me. I've done more than this. I've got some really, really good ones. I did them on gel press, but I was thinking you could use perhaps something like that and put designs on it. Yeah, so it's already sticky on the back then. Although you could always add double-sided tape, which I haven't done, and I don't know if I'm doing yet. Okay, I've got that one. Coming to the piece de resistance, which is this one here. In a moment. Now somebody already used this idea, but it is my idea. Okay, just put it on the group. It was what's her name? Craft Bee Design. I haven't got it right. Look, Craft Bee Designs, all one word. So she's only got 49 subscribers, but if you can find her, that would be amazing. I'm sure she'd absolutely love you to watch her channel. Okay. But look what this is. Can you see any weird words on here? There probably is actually. Let's have a look. But I'm going to cover some of them up anyway. Now instead of doing handwriting, this shows through. This is, well, it's actually tissue paper and, what's the other paper I've used? Rice paper actually, yeah. I've actually used wet grade, is it wet grade tissue paper, and so that you can put wet things on it and it won't tear, things like that. And also yeah, can you see that there? What have I used? This is my husband's. Yeah, Decision for debt free from, yes, there's insulin. This is his insulin leaflet, okay, and this is absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. So, yeah, on the back you've got all the how to do it, but I thought I'd use the side where it's got all the writing. So there will be things like that. So that's some things I'm thinking about. Will I be able to cover them up, because yeah, it's quite thin paper, isn't it? So yeah, but I do like the thin paper, and I like being able to see the type through it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, yeah, I've even got a bit there, haven't I? That's a bit of, I'm going to take 2 inches off the side. I'm hoping it works. I've tried fold it in half and it seems to go at an angle. That might not be my that might not be my fault, but yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but yeah. Okay, let's get in there. If anybody doesn't know that, I don't know if you know that thing, because it was a UK comedy. I don't know, people might see it from, I don't know if people see it in the world, but this man played a girl, and she's supposed to be a teenager, and she go, yeah, but no, but yeah, but no. Talking about people, yeah, so that hasn't done it, has it? Oh, it has. That'll do, that's fine. It's like tearing, yeah. So I've got rid of some of the leaflet, that would have been thrown away anyway, so yeah. Get it through this way. Let's put it through there now. Just, you know how useless I am. Yeah. I'm useless with these, but I'm, you know. I'm useless, but you know. There you go. So that's supposed to be 2 inches. Right? I don't matter if it doesn't all works. I might only do a part of it anyway, because it's going to take ages. Yeah, so that's oh no, that's not doing it, is it? Yeah, so this is the back of it. You see the how to use your insulin pen. Yeah, I know, I say things like that so that people think to themselves, oh, what is that leaflet? That I would as well, you know. I'd be going, oh, what's that leaflet about? What medication do they have? So I thought I may as well tell you, yeah. Right, I don't think it matters. Nothing, it's nothing embarrassing, is it? No, right? Yeah. It's nothing embarrassing at all, right? Okay, so that's the leaf. Yeah, that'll do. I mean, that might be a bit, but I might not do it on that. I might just do it on this bit. So what I would do normally, what I've been doing is getting a pen, and I've been writing. I could write on this bit, so I could scribble anything on that bit. Yeah, so you could, as if somebody's used a bit of writing on it. Use this for the project. Yeah, there we go. Right, so that's not stuck down. Obviously I didn't stick it down properly. Yeah, and what I've been using is this. I've seen on a thing that it is pretty good for things. It's not just this one, there's other ones as well. Okay. Right, so what Claire did, right, is totally different to me. What I did was a completely covered doodle, because of all the words that I had done, and what she did is, I'm not going to do it, this is just showing you what she did. Like, what she did, I imagine that's that's a piece like this, is this, not this thin bit here, okay. What she was doing was drawing plant ideas, so drawing anything like this on the sheet. So that's an idea you could actually do, because that's amazing. You could watch Claire's video. Claire, is it Craft Bee Claire? I remember, because I watched it the other day and I thought, I'm going to remember that name. I did. She mentions me in the video, but she didn't mention my channel. She just mentioned that she'd seen it on the group. Okay, but I might link a video, because it might be hard to find, because she's only got, well, she only had the other day 49 subscribers. She might have more now, hopefully. Right, that's what this is how you get sometimes subscribers. by doing projects, and then other people might share your video and all that, things like that. So yeah, so as she used my idea and was very happy to put my name on the group, I'm going to share, hopefully remember to share her video. Yeah, so her name's, so you see her name Claire Louise in the description, that's her. Right, I was thinking you could, yeah, I won't show people's addresses, but you could use things like this as well for putting on here, making shapes out of old pretty envelopes, things like that. That was another idea I thought of. You can, right, so what I'm doing is getting my watercolours out, and these are different colours, so I could use all sorts of colours with this. Okay, oh yeah, look, there's no writing there, so I'm going to quickly do some writing across here. Okay, this actually, no, first of all, before I do the writing, I'm going to do the watercolours because that is not dry. You know what we like, yeah, getting carried away, yeah, that's it. Right, so what I'm using is this really thin kids paper, okay, this is really cheap. Look at the state of this is what I've been doing. Different things like that, yeah, and I'm doing a non-digital, okay, so everything's non-digital. I'm going to get some paints. I've got these are a mixture of paints, okay, that I've put in there, okay, yeah, so I've got these, got colours. I've got this, I'm going to put them in there even if it's, so I've put all different colours in there. That one should be turquoise, but yeah, I might use it as the leafy green because it's got red in it. Yeah, I'll tell you about the mixing of that in a minute. Okay, that one's probably yellow ochre rather than yellow. I've got orange, purple, green, a nice blue, and I quite like some blues, but not others, and a nice sort of dark red. And these, yeah, these are all me metallic ones, and I've got, so I don't know if they still work, because some of these I've just put in there. And there's some fluorescent ones, and these are ones I bought recently. Some of these are really expensive, some of them are £9, and that's on sale. They're usually 12, I think that one, and that one. And then I've got the rest like £3. So that's how expensive I've been, that's what I've been doing. That's naughty, isn't it? This is why you shouldn't spend money on expensive paint, yeah, because you can get carried away and spend too much. Right, and this one is a Winsor & Newton one, and this was, I mean, expensive as well. Why do I do it? Okay, there should be another thing here, but it's fallen off. Right, so I'm going to get a palette of paint, okay, from both these, and I'm going to definitely use that, and yellow ochre. I like muted colours, they're sort of muted, I like muted colours. And there's a green there. If you had a bit of that green, which is a, I can't remember, it does tell you on it, but I can't see it. I don't know, there's one missing there, I don't know what that was. So what I'm going to do now is quickly get some colours into there. Okay, I'm not using them straight from here because it doesn't, no longer computes in my world, okay. No longer computes, so what you do is spray it like this. I'm spraying all these as well. Okay, so these are the colours I'm using. Then I'm going to just get some colours into these, okay, and then we'll start. Okay, so I've basically done some of that now. Whew. So I might talk about this being part of a medication leaflet thing, but obviously you don't. I just showed you don't have to use that. Right, it's very hot, so I've got the fan on, so if you please excuse the noise, the fan, I am boiling. Right, so what you do is just write anything on here. You don't have to do this at all. You can just continue with blank if you like, or just with the leaflet, but obviously that's just a blank piece of paper there. So you can just write anything you like, especially if you're going to write in this. If you get some, if you can't write, if you like to write neatly, get somebody who doesn't. You get my son. Actually, my sons, two of my sons write really badly. My oldest and my youngest, though. Right then. Right, so I might be using that bit because that bit's really ragged, but I don't know. You could probably use that side. Yeah. So what I did was, as well, it's got something circular. Now the only thing I'd find, of course, was something that I'd, yeah, that'd be perfect. Look, a scrap piece of card. This is so I can keep my drawings the same size. So this is a 2.5 inch punch. You can't even see it, can you? I've got it in a completely wrong place. It needs to be down there. Okay, you can save the circle for something. Right, okay, where's I'll just use this. Okay, so I'm drawing some circles here. And I decided to do 6 flowers. Okay, lovely. Do hope you don't mind this noise of my fan. Okay, this is the middles of the flowers, okay. If you look at the other ones I did, there are 2 colours. I only use 1 colour for this. I'm talking about rainbow. You could use rainbows. So you could do circle, you could use rainbows, you could use butterflies. Yeah. But I've decided to use flowers, okay. This time. And 8 petal flowers, just 1 each side. And so I've done 3 there so far. I'm going to continue. So it's quite easy to do. So I'm doing like a mini mass make of some flowers. Now the reason I'm using the circles is because I want to keep to that size. No other reason. You don't have to use a punch. You can use a draw around something and cut the circle out. It doesn't have to be that accurate. Here's the, yeah, continuing this. Yeah, and then I'm going to decide to what colours to do the flowers. Right, last time I chose if you look on the other one I did, if you looked, not look, you can't see now, yeah. If you look on the other one I did, I actually chose, I think it was like a bluey purple and a purpley purple, or reddy purple. And I've tended to mix all the colours in. These are all going to be the same colours. Even, yeah, and guess what? You know that expensive stuff I use? I actually do bring it out because I need some more colours. And guess what? There's nothing special about it. Why is it £9? This is what I'm saying. I don't understand why it's £9. There doesn't seem anything special about it at all. I even bought, I did say in another video I was going to buy a couple more, didn't I? I bought 2 more. One was a £9 one again, and one was a slightly cheaper one. but yeah, I think it was £6. So why is it so expensive? I don't get it. I know I'm not using the watercolours to the proper advantage. I'm not a watercolour artist by any means. So why did I buy a professional artist? I don't know. That's just it, isn't it? Right, so that's 3 colours. Look, I've got a bluey colour, and that one's supposed to be yellow ochre, believe it or not. This is what I've decided to get the other. So this is the, yeah, that's the expensive one. That's definitely the expensive one. I can't remember how. See, it looks the same colour as the other one, and that wasn't the expensive one. Well, not, it was fairly expensive, not as expensive as this. Probably cost about £2, I suppose, rather than, yeah. And I decided, hold on a minute, I ain't got enough here. I'm putting some more. If you notice on the first instance, I didn't put any colour in the orange one. I decided to now, because I thought, what other colour could I use? Oh yes, orange. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, this is amazing, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm only using one layer. You can add lots of one layers you could add. In a minute, I do actually dry these. You'll see the dryer come out, but I cut it off. Not because it's going to make a noise, because this is a voiceover now, but because I thought, well, it's used to me showing me drying it. Yeah, I'm going to take it out now. That's it. That's all dry now. So if you notice, suddenly the bottom middle one, the blue one, has got a bit burnt because I did it a bit close. And I thought, wow, I like that change of colour that's done. So it's fine. It's probably like something like when you put in the oven, a bit of paper in the oven, and it gets that scorched look sometimes, you know, when you put paper in the oven. If people might not understand that, I'm just doing circles around the edge, scribble circles around the edge of that now to add some depth. Right, so people put paper in the oven when they dye paper. For example, if they're doing tea dye paper or coffee dye paper or something like that, and they put the paper in the oven to get it more, and it sort of makes it a really nice, it's a nice thing, but you have to have it at the oven temperature at a certain level. You can't go above it, because I think, yeah, if you put it above a certain level, it'll soon catch fire. Yes, I have done it in the oven once or twice, and I think, no, I'd rather, I saw somebody drying it on the line. I think it was Diane Mills. She was drying it on the line at her house. It's like a rotary line. I thought, yes, that's the way to go. That's the way I would do it, and that's the way I usually do it if I'm doing, mind you, if it's winter, I'll put it in the room and it'll drip all over the floor. Actually, what I do is put paper down so it drips on the paper, and it makes nice effects on the paper. If you notice on this paper there was some anomaly, probably some paint already on there. I left it on there. I think it's on the yellow, where the yellow flower is. Yeah, so you're thinking you should, yeah, make everything neat and clean. No, we don't do that. I'm looking for a pen now. What am I looking for? White pen, that's right, I think. No, I've got a white pen. Yes, I must have been looking for a white pen. I've just seen if I could find one of those new pens I've got. Do you know those new pens I've got with Uniball, Signo, that's right, white, XL, not XL, it's the UM153. Yeah, I can't find one of them. I'd had one of them out. I cannot find the other 4 anywhere. Can't find the one I was using, because I was using one at once, because if you open them up, they dry up. So you use one at once. See how quickly I'm doing that, yeah. I only got it on twice as fast, because I thought to myself, I've got time then to catch up with what I'm talking about. See that bit there, look? Lovely. It's all burnt. Yeah, I do like that. And yeah, and I would have stopped if it had caught fire, definitely. Because obviously it's my tool, my heat tool. I've had that heat tool about, oh, it's since 1996, I think. So that's nearly 30, is that nearly 30? Yeah, it's been nearly 30 years, won't it? What am I doing now? Looking for me, that's right, I was looking for my scissors, and guess where they were? On the desk. Yeah, so I do these actually professionally. If you look, I do these, but I'm not going to show you me all cutting out, because I think cutting out is boring. Yeah, so there's me, look, cutting it out. See, look, watch this, see. Cutting it professionally. So start this off, and I just don't just continue. I thought, well, I'm not going to show you cutting it out. You can know how to cut things out. You keep the scissors in one place, and you turn the paper. In fact, it's usually the scissors are pointing up, apparently. Yes. So that's how you do it, and now I'm going to put it off, yeah, and it's magically done. Where is it? What's happening now? Yeah. Oh. Oh no, I'm not. No, I am. See, it's magic now. Now I'm getting that piece out. Okay, that's the one with the medication leaflet. I think that's quite a good idea. I thought, well, I've seen people use medication boxes to make boxes for things, and perhaps even to make journaling cards and tags out of them as well, if you cover up the medication side and leave the other side, because often they're creamy on the inside, aren't they? So I thought, well, you could use medication leaflets, you could cover them up. So I thought of that. I've not seen anybody else do it. It was my idea in my own head. Okay, and Claire, I put it on one of the groups, and Claire saw it and thought, oh, I'm going to do that on video. So she did. I don't. So I'm going to I'm going to hopefully remember to I'm going to add her name to the video. I'm not sure if I actually mentioned. I'm sure I mentioned her. Right. So what I'm doing now, putting them as close as I can without them overlapping, which is a sort of like a challenge thing. So that's what I'm doing. I could overlap if you wanted. You could definitely overlap them and things like that. But I'm just doing it so they're not overlapped. A suspected spam call. Yeah. It's not on this phone, it's on my other one. This one's got no SIM on it. Right there. So if I don't know if I've managed to leave that in. Right, okay. So I'm just adding these. And these, as I say, this is thin kids paper that I've done it on. Okay. And it's the sort of paper that you're able to use paint on. Because on the picture of the... Yeah, I'm adding a purple there, am I? Or is it a red one? I can't tell. I can't see from here because it's a small screen. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, yeah, I can't remember now. Something to do with the... Yeah, kids paper, that's right. Yeah, talking about kids paper. Yeah, so this is the thin stuff. If you look at the picture of the kids' paper, if it's got like a picture of a paintbrush on it and things like that, you're able to use it for painting on. So it's a bit like cartridge paper, but really thin. It's not sugar paper by any means. That's sort of like very absorbent paper. It's not like that. It's cartridge type paper. I often use it for in fact I need some more. I'm going to get some more, and I'm going to get some more, and I'm going to get some, do some more gel press. I love doing gel press. Now I've done all this and everything, I'm thinking, oh, I could do lots of these. And you know what you could do with them? You could cover things with them. You could cover journals with them in strips, for example. A strip of that, a strip of something else, washi tape, add it to washi tape, things like that. So I'm going to use all these. I'm going to finish that one off. I'm going to use all these in the thumbnail, okay? And I might even add a bit to the one I've already done. Okay, so, ooh, how many minutes left? Oh, we've got a few seconds now, so like my content today, please give me a thumbs up. That'd be absolutely amazing. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, and don't forget to join. Yeah. I do not know what this is. Right, so yeah, I'm just explaining there, yeah.